The quality of the climbing in Afghanistan, how did you rate it?
Oh, it was just wonderful, the whole thing. The great thing is the climate. We were there about 6 weeks and only had three days bad weather. Actually all on Khoi Bandarka. Yeah, we climbed that in up the glacier, camping, and then on the face 2 bivouacs in snow caves, down the West Ridge, camped again, bivouacked again, and down. So it was about a 5-day round trip. Quite pleased with it, because it was our first taste of high altitude, which we got all wrong. I mean, we were totally unfit. Should have done other smaller climbs first, but we did them after. I went off to Nuristan and did between us about 7 peaks, between 17.5 and 21,000 feet, and yeah, we just had a fantastic time. Actually, the rock where we were in Nuristan was granite. It was fantastic. Snow conditions great because of the sun. The snow was sort of burnt hard and little penitents and natural steps on it, and granite. That's perfect, perfect climbing area.
You obviously went to Afghanistan in '67. Whereabouts were you in your climbing career? What had come before and what was still to come?
By then, between us, I've been climbing the Alps, most of us since we were about 17, 18, and done a few of the easier north faces, and I'd also gone off to places like the Atlas Mountains, Tibesti in the Sahara, the Kurdistan on the Turkey-Iraq border, and so Afghanistan was kind of a next step. We always went about things steadily, so our sort of apprenticeship. There was no obvious plan. I mean, it wasn't all aimed at getting eventually up top of Everest, but natural curiosity took us from one place to another, and having done North Africa, next thing seemed to be Asia, Turkey, Afghanistan, and so that's what brought us really to the Hindu Kush, and for us it was our first taste of really high altitude, or 6,800 metres on Khoi Bandarka.
And what was your perception of Afghanistan before you got there? What had you heard? How much did you know before you got there?
Going to Afghanistan held no fears from all the Afghan wars and so on. And as it turned out, they were just the most marvellous people. Wild and woolly, but incredibly generous. And I mean, even carrying loads for us on occasion without refusing to accept any reward at all, unbelievably.
What advice can you give about bringing tourists into an area where there is conflict?
Strangely, it's almost the best time to go because there'll be less people there, less crowded, and you'll get a tremendous welcome for people. I mean, you always get a good welcome, but they're so chuffed to see you in times of stress, and obviously for the work, but just pleased that you've been attracted to their country, come to their country when there is so much happening.
What do you think the potential of tourism in Afghanistan is?
Well, I would imagine it'll really take off, just like it has done in other hotspots, like in Cambodia, Laos and all those places, Vietnam. They're very, very popular places. I mean, as soon as the Balkans cleared up, people were going in droves into Albania, all over the place. I mean, there's a whole head of steam building up, isn't there, all the time? People thinking about these places. And finally, when the door opens, when it becomes safe to do so, then I think you'll get quite a flood of people going in there.